pleasure to be your host tonight, volunteer host. This event has been organized and sponsored by North Vancouver City Library and the Iranian Business Group and our great volunteers. And we have a lot of fun events tonight, lots of programs. People did a lot of work, tremendous lot of efforts, and so hopefully you're going to enjoy it. Okay, first things first, we're going to start with our first guest speaker, Miss Mikhail Fenton from Library, North Vancouver City Library. And please cheer out for her. Welcome, Mikhail. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. It's so amazing to see such a full room here at the library tonight. My name is Mikhail Fenton. I am the community librarian here at the North Vancouver City Library. And I just wanted to take a few minutes to just say welcome and thank you for being here. This program, you may not know, but it is the final program in our Library Small Grants program. So the Library Small Grants program is an initiative started by the library to offer microgrants to community members who want to throw an event or form a committee or start a program dedicated to cross-cultural connection. And this is the last one of 2016. It is by far the biggest. It's been a real pleasure to work with the organizing committee. Moshitaba Betty, thank you so much for putting together such an amazing team to put this day on. I'm amazed by the amount of enthusiasm and effort that the team has put on for tonight. So thank you so much. And now I will pass the mic on to, actually, there you go.
Thanks so much, Mikhail. Again, our very special thanks to North Vancouver City Library. They did such a great job sponsoring us with this event. And this library is truly the heart of our city. They do a lot of programs all year round, so definitely this is only one of them. Okay, about Yalda, I have just a little short summary and then we'll get to the rest of the program. Since a couple thousands of years ago, when there was no Facebook, no YouTube, no social media, no TV, maybe very few books, radio, of course not. Nothing at all. The life was a little bit boring. I mean, people would work a lot. Obviously, there was not that much technology out there. But after a long working day, what would they do exactly? They would do storytelling, at night when we go back to home, get together, have fun. The seniors of the family would tell stories of past experiences. But people of the world would create a lot of different festivals too, just to make the life a bit more fun. Well, obviously they have different themes and purposes. So Yalda was one of them. Yalda is supposed to be the longest and darkest night of the year. Happens at the longest and darkest night of the year. At the end, last night of the fall, the night before the first day of the winter. So that was the best reason and the best purpose to celebrate getting through the long fall and starting a long winter that could be cold. So people would celebrate with colorful themes, fruits, pomegranate, watermelon, all of the fun stuff, eating, laughing. So that's the purpose of the Yalda night. So with that, I just want to present a short video about Yalda. Okay, it's better now.
treasure boxes amid some of the finest Iranian works of art and antiquity. We're coming to you from Iran's National Arts Museum this week. Salam, welcome to Iran. Rejoicing in nature is a thought Iranians have always found appealing. At this time of year, a compelling reason to celebrate is the advent of winter. We call it Shab Yalda. From this night on, Mother Nature changes from her dazzling gold autumn garments to her sparkling white.
Programmers believe several extra minutes of darkness could create a long-standing Iranian tradition.
The first day of winter in the Persian calendar falls on the solstice. The beginning of winter is marked with the longest night, as Earth is at its furthermost southern point from the sun, and the nighttime becomes longer than usual. In various traditions, they celebrate this occasion. Iranians alike have their own way to mark this day.
The first step in celebrating every tradition is shopping, and that's what we're going to do.
To commemorate, people eat the last remaining fresh fruits from the summer. It was believed that consuming watermelons on the night of Yalda or Chelne will ensure the health and well-being of the individual. Fresh summer fruits are what people want to get for one last time before winter, and nowadays people like to have their fruits even carved in different shapes for the occasion.
In Iran, they don't carve pumpkins, but they carve watermelons for Yalda night. To celebrate Yalda night, Iranians shop, shop, and shop. There are big hypermarkets like the one you can see here, or we're going to go to the local traditional shops that are all over Tehran.
The old bazaars in Iran are a sight worth seeing for every occasion, and that's why I came to the bazaar in Tajrish to see what Iranians were up to for this night.
On the occasion of Yalda night, Iranians celebrate with special food and fruits.
They like eating red fresh foods that are also said to symbolize the red color of dawn in the sky. Now these fruits have become a symbolic tradition of the long night. According to ancient Iranian mythology, from Yalda night forward, light triumphs over darkness as days grow longer.
Among the traditions for the longest night of the year is also shopping nuts and dried fruits.
In Persian poetry, this symbolizes many things, such as the separation between loved ones, loneliness, and waiting. So Iranians gather together on this night, usually at the house of elders.
ما توی ایران معمولا شب یلدا رو با جشنی که میگیریم خانواده‌ها بزرگترها که من هم جمع میشیم بزرگترهای فامیل کوچکترها رو دعوت میکنن.
The night also demonstrates Iranians' eagerness in strengthening family ties. The tradition was one of the most important celebrations in ancient Persia, since some thousands of years ago, and continues to be celebrated. All the foods and food are usually placed on the kursi, a traditional piece of furniture similar to a very short table, covered by a blanket. People sit around the kursi to enjoy conversation, eat, and hear the elders recite poems out loud.
در کنار هم یه شب خوب رو به نمایش می‌ذاریم برای هم دیگه و می‌خوایم که این بلندترین شب یعنی شب یلدا رو به قشنگترین هم برگزار بکنیم.
This tradition has come to schools and kindergartens. Just like Christmas, school children mark this day with celebrations at school. Some even believe Christmas Eve was the night of the 21st, but later from the 4th century onwards, Jesus Christ's birthday was celebrated on December 25th. That's why Santa Claus wears clothing similar to Zoroastrian priests.
Celebrating Yalda is no longer at homes anymore, but now it's everywhere.
And if you want to celebrate the night out, you can go to almost anywhere in the city, and they'll have a program lined up for you. I came to a traditional tea house in southern Tehran, where they had poem recitations and also acting of poetry from mystic poets Hafez and Sa'di. Persian for you.
Okay. Wow, or it's loud. Okay, it's better now. Okay, I'm glad everyone's awake now. That was loud enough. We had another guest speaker tonight. She hasn't arrived yet, so I'm gonna jump to the next part and then we're gonna get back to her. I remember when I was a kid, I had this question in my mind, and the reason why I cared about it was, the question was, how long is the Yalda night? You know, how long is that longest and darkest night of the year? And I was always wondering, this one time I was so absorbed in this computer game that I really didn't want the night to end. And didn't want to get to tomorrow because I had to go to school and stop playing. So I went to my mom, who's sitting here now. And I asked her, I said, and I was thinking, Mom, how long is this Yalda night anyway? You say this is the longest night of the year, so is it how many hours, or it's not going to end? Oh, that's awesome, a night that never ends. And she was like, well, honey, I think it's less than a second, or what? It doesn't even reach a minute, not even close. I was like, seriously? And I came back to my room and I continued with my computer game, totally disappointed. So this longest night of the year is not it's not so many hours, or it's longer than the rest of the year, but definitely not the longest night of the world. So, but obviously it's good to have an event just with that theme, for the festivity and fun. Okay, with that, we're going to get to the next round of our program, which is the live traditional Persian music, provided to us by Peyman Job Done. Peyman is a highly talented instrumentalist with more than 17 years of experience. He's also a vocalist and instructor of various traditional and international instruments. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Peyman Job Done.
Hello, everybody. Actually, it's my honor to be here and perform to you. I'm going to introduce some of the traditional instrumental music, Iranian instrumental music. This nice and beautiful instrument, which is called sitar, it dates back more than 1,000 years ago, but this shape of sitar is about 250 years. I'm gonna play a song to you, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Actually, I'm gonna introduce my favorite instrument of music, what you call tombak. It has different names during past 100 years. Tombak, tompak, zar, dumbak, different kind of names. But today we call it tombak because of two words, combination of two words, tom and bak. That they are two move two movement in this instrument. Thank you. Now, the riff, stop the riff that Iranian people love it. And the last instrument of music, Iranian music, which is called daf, it dates back more than 3,000 years ago. And it would be my honor to play it for you.
Our guest speaker is here now. Please welcome Ms. Sima Afarzadeh, Hamyari founder and editor-in-chief. Thank you. Please welcome Sima. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone. Tonight, or more accurate in 4 nights, is the longest night of the year, but I've been given only 5 minutes to talk. I've been asked to talk about a virtual group which took me more than 6 years to grow and get to the point that it is standing now. Most of Iranians with or without Facebook account have heard about Hamyari group. However, it might be not much known by others. Early 2010, after living for 10 years in Canada, I got tired of seeing my fellow countrymen and women not too united in the community and decided to get them closer together. My only tool was social media. So I ended up creating a group which was pretty disappointing effort with about 500 members and no activity till about 3 years ago. But at some point, for some reason, it became very active and more populated. Today, we have about 6,600 members and a super active group. Hamyari group, without being registered, acts more like a non-profit organization, and by developing some regulations on a trial and error basis, we have been able to have a pretty organized group where Iranian Canadians in Vancouver, where Iranian Canadians in Vancouver, especially new immigrants, drop by daily to get the answer to their simplest to most complicated questions of any kind. A lot of people have told me that they assume Hamyari as their virtual home. Sorry, I lost it. A lot of people have told me that they assume Hamyari as their virtual home. In particular, newly settled immigrants who do not have many friends or even acquaintances here in Vancouver. I know a lot of people who started their small business by networking and getting information and support on how to do things. I know a lot of people who have rented their apartment prior to their landing in Vancouver through friends they have made in Hamyari. I know people who have got unbelievable support from other members in group without even knowing each other, just because they asked for help and posted their request in there. And this list is too long to be mentioned here. With the help of a few friends who volunteered their time to moderate the group, we have done so much during past couple of years, including holding monthly seminars and some fundraisings. However, I believe the most rewarding part of being an admin for Hamyari group is what I just mentioned above. Planting the seed of help and support in our community, which might not be a fast-growing one, letting us to see results overnight, but no one can deny the raising seedlings of hope and kindness in the community. And last but not least, it's about 9 months that Hamyari Media Magazine has begun publishing in Vancouver for Farsi-speaking readers, focusing on social and cultural matters of the community. The magazine obviously named after Hungary group, and it goes along with it on the same path. There are some copies here available if you like to have a look at. And thank you for listening, and special thanks to Mojtaba and his team for organizing the event and inviting me to take a small part. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Sima Jan and her colleagues, in bringing the community together and all the supports. It's been great so far. We want to start with the dance performance now. I just need to fix something real quick, actually. Dorsajan, hi. Okay, our dance performer is our young Dorsa, who is the youngest volunteer. Is she out there? Dorsa from the beginning? Okay. I can get so loud. Okay, so thank you so much for your patience, guys, and thanks for Thursday John for her great performance. I want to invite another gentleman. One of the most popular traditional Persian things that we do in most of the festivities is about reading the poems of Divana Hafiz. Hafiz is one of the most recognized traditional poets of Iran, and his work is regarded as a pinnacle of Iranian literature. So Persian people also use Divana Hafiz for fortune telling and speculating the future and fate. However, it's very difficult. These old traditional poems like Shakespeare, Hafiz is just like him. It's really difficult to read and understand. So you need to practice a lot of dexterities to be able to do this. So tonight we have Mr. Sohail Gorji from ITV College, who's gonna present Hafiz's work to us, and he's gonna do one of the great poems of Hafiz with us tonight. And we also have a surprise fortune telling by Hafiz, which will be provided to you by our great volunteers after the program. Please, Mr. Sohail Gorji.
Good evening. I hope you already enjoyed the night so far. My name is Sohail Gorji, as they said, and I would like to welcome you one more time for this celebration of winter solstice that for us Iranian we call it Yalda night. As Shabnam was saying, one of the traditions that we're doing at the Yalda night is just randomly open the book for Hafiz and pick up one of the specific poems, which we call it Ghazal. We read it and we try to understand it, and we believe that it's going to be the fortune for us for at least the next year, because next year we're going to do it again. So for this year, I was given the task to find one of the Ghazals and then find a little bit of information about Hafiz and bring it to this ceremony. Since I was lazy and there's technology, I actually went to Wikipedia. I got some information about Hafiz. I'm just going to talk to you about him first, and then I will recite one of his ghazals in English and then followed by Persian. So, sure. So probably we will show this first and then the Persian. Yeah. All right. So here's what Wikipedia has to say about Hafiz. Shamsuddin Muhammad Hafiz Shirazi was a great Persian poet. His collected works are regarded as a pinnacle of Persian literature and are to be found in the homes of most people in Iran, who learn his poems by heart and still use them as proverbs and sayings. Hafiz, who was a 14th century poet in Iran, is best known for his poems that can be described as the medieval use of the term theosophical. This term, theosophy, in the 13th and 14th centuries was used to indicate mystical work by authors only inspired by the holy books. Hafiz primarily wrote in the literary genre of lyric poetry that is ideal style for expressing the ecstasy of divine inspiration in the mystical form of love poems. In his ghazals, he deals with love, wine, and tavern, all presenting the ecstasy and freedom from restraint, whether in actual worldly release or in the voice of a lover speaking of divine love. His influence in the lives of Persian speakers can be found in Hafiz readings, which we call it Fala Hafiz, and the frequent use of his poems in Persian traditional music, visual art, and Persian calligraphy. His tome is visited often. Adaptations, imitations, and translation of his poems exist in all major languages. Hafiz was born in Shiraz, Iran. His parents were from Kazarun, Fars province. Despite his profound effect on Persian life and culture and his enduring popularity and influence, few details of his life are known. Accounts of his early life rely upon traditional anecdotes. At an early age, he memorized the Quran, which is the holy book, and was given the title of Hafiz, which basically means the person who remembers everything, which he later used it as his pen name. Many semi-miraculous mythical tales were woven around Hafiz after his death. It is said that by listening to his father's recitation, Hafiz had accomplished the task of learning the Quran by heart at an early age, and hence he got the title of Hafiz. At the same time, he is said to have known by heart the works of other famous poets like Rumi, also known as Jalaluddin Muhammad Balkhi, Sa'di, Fariduddin, and Nizami. Many Iranians use Divan Hafiz for future telling. Iranian families usually have a Divan Hafiz in their house, and when they get together during Nowruz or Yalda holiday, which would be tonight, well, not really tonight, like 4 days from now, they open the Divan to a random page and read the poem on it, which they believe to be an indication of things that will happen in the future. Of course, we've chosen one of his ghazals from Divan Hafiz, and though it is not random, I'd like to recite on this very day of Yalda. So first, I'm going to read the translation in English, and then I will recite the original poem. So this is the translation from the ghazal that we chose for you. Let not the pious judge the meek, each for his own deeds will speak. Whether I'm good or bad, you judge yourself. You reap what you sow, find what you seek. Everyone is seeking love, sober or drunk, everywhere a house of love, yet so unique. I submit my head on the tavern's bricks. If you don't understand, just take a peek. Let me keep my hope of eternal grace. Behind the veil, who's good, who's the freak? Not only I fell out of virtuous path, my father too threaded that path oblique. Hafiz, on your deathbed, bring the cup to your cheek. You go from the tavern straight to the heavens peak. And now, I'd like to read it in Persian, the way that most of us would understand it. ای برندان مکن ای زاهد پاکیزه سرشت که گناه دگران بر تو نخواهند نوشت. من اگر نیکم و گر بد تو برو خود را باش. من اگر نیکم و گر بد تو برو خود را باش. هر کسی آن درود عاقبت کار که کشت. همه کس طالب یارند، چه هوشیار و چه مست. همه جا خانه عشق است، چه مسجد چه کنشت. سر تسلیم من و خشت در میکده ها، مدعی گر نکند فهم سخن گو سر و خشت. ناامیدم مکن از سابقه لطف ازل، تو پس پرده چه دانی که خوب است و که زشت. نه من از پرده تقوا به در افتادم و بس، پدرم نیز بهشت ابد از دست بهشت. حافظا روز اجل گر به کف آری جامی، یک سر از کوی خرابات برندت به بهشت. Thank you very much. And if I can find Shabnam, I'm just going to pass the mic to her and get out of here. Have a good night, everyone.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. That was awesome. Where are we now? All right. Did the Persian dance. Okay, I was gonna ask, actually there is another traditional thing that we do that is very popular, but before that I want to get to a short video clip and then get back to our traditional Book of Kings by Ferdowsi. Just a second here. Just wanna...
You know him from the Axis of Evil comedy tour and Friday After Next. And now, the special I Come in Peace. That's right, Mascherani is back, and he's doing his own
He's a popular
voiceover for this
Iranian
commercial.
comedian.
Eugene, you notice how they all started clapping right there? You see how they all started clapping? See, we love to celebrate life. We love to dance. A lot of people in the West don't know the people from that part of the world, Middle East, like to dance and laugh and celebrate. And so when I did the Acting Evil comedy tour, it came out on Comedy Central. I went online to see what people were saying about it. I ended up on the Sean Hannity website. It's a conservative website. One guy wrote another guy, said, I never knew these people laughed. Because think about it, you never see, Middle Easterners laughing in American film or television, right? Maybe like an evil, like, whoa, I will kill you in the name of Allah. Oh. But never like, ha 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 ha. We love to laugh, we love to dance. Oh my God. You saw, they just started clapping. Wherever we are, if we hear clapping, we have to dance. We could be on an airplane and the pilot has said, everyone fasten, we're about to land. Someone starts clapping, I have to dance. I can't. Try it. Next time you're landing, just start clapping. Some Middle Eastern guy will get it. We love to dance. The U.S. said they wanted to win the hearts and minds of the Middle East, so we attacked. We shouldn't have attacked. We should have sent over clapping troops. Just put them anywhere there's any trouble, have them start clapping, the fighting will stop. Sunnis and Shiites killing each other in Iraq, just go and clap, it'll stop. They'll be fighting, they hear the clapping, I have to dance, I kill you later, I kill you later. Dancing, I can't kill you right now. Dancing.
Okay, so all right, I'm gonna pass the microphone to Dr. Sam Vandy, who is presenting to us Shahnameh, Book of Kings. This is a very popular, like a big book of stories, basically. So, Dr. Sam, please cheer up for Dr. Sam, please. Thank you so much.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being here. We have this unique opportunity to celebrate Shab Yalda, or almost. As many of you know, this is in fact the celebration of the winter solstice. Winter solstice meaning the longest night of the year. It has been celebrated for many thousands of years, way before Christ, well before even Zarathustra. So for some reasons that we don't know now, humanity, having the look of us for something around 600,000 years, they knew a lot about astrology. They knew a lot about how the universe works. And we don't know how, but with their primitive tools, they have been able to understand which night is the longest night of the year. And the longest night of the year means that from the morning after that, every day is a bit longer than the day before. And somehow it represents the birthday of the sun. Isn't that beautiful? So just like many other celebrations in the true Iranian culture, Yalda night, which is the name Iranians had to give to this special celebration after Islam, has been celebrated for thousands of years. Yalda in the language Sorani, which is one of the old languages in the Persian Empire, means Zayesh, or birthday. And an ancient name for this celebration was Zayeshmer, which means the birthday of the sun. I'm sorry I'm a bit shivering because I had to run a bit before arriving here. So what happened in the history is that Vatican Church, کلیسای واتیکان, didn't like people to celebrate this event. And for hundreds of years, Vatican Church named this celebration as a pagan celebration. For my Iranian friends here, pagan means kuframiz, ضد مسیح or anti-Christ. And Vatican did everything they could before Muslims appeared to, in fact, to ban this celebration, to not let people celebrate this. It's not only Iranians who celebrate Zayeshmeh or Shab Yalda, it's all of the Eastern European countries also who celebrate this. And that is why the Vatican Church was very sensitive to it, didn't want it to happen. After a couple of centuries, when Vatican understood that it is impossible for them to stop people celebrating this, and how did people celebrate this, by the way? Just like us today, they used to put candles on trees and set fire and celebrate around the fire till morning. Just like us today, except that instead of candles, now we have lights on the trees. And what happened is finally Vatican Church used a trick. And this trick, for the first time, I heard it from the mouth of a priest in a church in France. It was a Christmas night, and I was a student in France. And this priest, who was a modern priest, said that I want to tell you one of the secrets of Vatican. And this is the story that I'm going to tell you. After Vatican decided that it is impossible to stop people from celebrating this night, they decided to say that, okay, so you say that this is the birthday of the sun, and we are going to tell you that the lumiere of the universe is Jesus Christ. So we will say that conventionally, this night is the birthday of Jesus Christ. And they decided to name it Christmas. And that priest said that if you refer to the references in Vatican, everybody knows that Jesus Christ was born in the middle of the summer, not on Christmas, not on December 25th. And this is something that has been hidden from people for many centuries now. Christmas tree was forbidden all around Europe, not only in Iran, but all around Europe until something around 80 years ago. Probably now 100 years ago, when finally one church on the west of France, in the border of Germany, decided that, okay, we'll finally let people celebrate it, because it has been long now since we announced the celebration of the birthday of Jesus Christ, and now people have a different story. And so this has been, in fact, the true story about it. In Iran itself, after this invasion of Arabs, it was forbidden, and there was a very bad charge against celebrating any ancient or pre-Islamic celebration. And that is why people forgot about what happened that night. People used one trick, Iranians used one trick against Muslims, and that was changing the name from Zayeshmeh to Shab Yalda. And Yalda is a Soriani term for birthday, in fact. And Arabs decided that, okay, let them just do what they want. All right, so this is the story behind it. And for you to know how much the Persian Empire had science and technology and knowledge about the universe, I'm going to tell you another story. Everybody knows that Big Bang Theory is a new theory, and most of us think that it was thought about, or this theory appeared in Western universities, right? Or have you heard anything else about Big Bang? It's a new thing, right? It's less than 50 years, probably even less than 30 years, that scientists in the west of Europe are talking about Big Bang. I'm going to read a poem to you from Ferdowsi. This dates back to 1,100 years ago, and it explains Big Bang step by step. Okay? I'm sorry it's in Persian, but if you are interested, you can search Shahnameh Ferdowsi online. It has been translated in all languages that I can even think of, from German to English to Chinese to Japanese to Arabic. And you can find that in any language you wish. It is the third poem from at the beginning of Shahnameh. So I'll read it to you. It's in Persian. And this is the story of the creation. So I'm going to need a little bit of assistance. Yes. Is it possible to put this down? Probably just I'll take care of this. So I was also warned that I should not take a long time. So I'll be quick. That is گفتار اندر آفرینش عالم, or the story of the universe. It says, از آغاز باید که دانی درست سر مایه گوهران از نخست. گوهران means گوهر or عنصر. که یزدان ز ناچیز چیز آفرید بدان تا توانایی آمد پدید. و از اون مایه گوهر آمد چهار برآورده بیرنج و بیروزگار. یکی آتش برشده تابناک میان باد و آب از بر تیره خاک. So these are the four elements that all people believed in. نخستین که آتش ز جنبش دمید ز گرمیش پس خشکی آمد پدید. و از آن پس از آرام سردی نمود ز سردی همان باز تری فزود. چو این چهار گوهر به جای آمدند ز بحر سپنجی سرای آمدند. گوهرها یک اندر دگر ساختند, یعنی اون عنصرهای اولیه ترکیب شدن و عنصرهای جدید ساختند. دگرگونه گردن برافراختند, یعنی دارای ویژگی‌های متفاوتی از عناصر اولیه‌شون شدند. پدید آمد این گنبد تیز رو شگفتی نماینده نو به نو. در او 12 برج آمد پدید ببخشید داننده چونان سزید. یعنی بخشنده, یعنی آفریدگار به هر عنصری صفات و ویژگی هایی که شایسته اون عنصر بود داد. ابر 12 7 شد کدخدای گرفتند هر یک سزاوار جای. فلک ها یک اندر دگر بسته شد بجنبید چون کار پیوسته شد. چو دریا و چون دشت و چون کوه و راغ زمین شد به کردار روشن چراغ. ببالید کوه ها آبها بردمید سر رستنی سوی بالا کشید. زمین را بلندی نبود جایگاه یکی مرکزی تیره بود و سیاه. ستاره به سرور شگفتی نمود به خاک اندرون روشنایی فزود. همی بر شد ابر و فرود آمد آب. یعنی حتی میدونستن که مثلا ابر از آبی که از زمین بخار میشه درست میشه. همی گشت گرد زمین آفتاب گیا رست با چند گونه درخت. به زیر اندر آمد سرانشان ز بخت. ببالد ندارد جز این نیرویی نپوید چو پویندگان هر سویی. یعنی این ویژیتیشن یا علفایی که به وجود اومدن, پوشش گیاهی پویا نیست, این ور اونور نمیره, سرش هم به زیره, تکون نمیخوره. از آن پس چو جنبنده آمد پدید همه رستنی زیر خویش آورید. یعنی وقتی جانوران حرکت کننده به وجود اومدن دنیا رو سعی کردن ازش استفاده بکنن, زیر خویش آوردن. سرش زیر نامد به سان درخت نگه کرد باید بدین کار سخت. خور و خواب و آرام جوید همی, حیوانها رو میگه, هنوز انسان رو نمیگه. و از آن زندگی کام جوید همی نه گویا زبان و نه جویا خرد. ز خاشاک ها خویشتن پرورد. هنوز حیوان رو داره میگه. نداند بد و نیک فرجام کار، نخواهد از او بندگی کردگار. چو دانا توانا بود و دادگر، از ایرا نکرد هیچ پنهان هنر. چون این است فرجام کار جهان، نداند کسی آشکار و نهان. بعد از اون راجع به انسان میخونه، ولی چون وقت نیست فقط 2 بیتشو براتون میخونم. که از این بگذری مردم آمد پدید، شد این بندها را سراسر کلید. سرش راست بر شد چو سرو بلند، به گفتار خوب و خرد کارمند. که میدونستن مرکز تحول و خرد اندیشی هم سر انسانه. اگر دوستانی دارید توی پزشکی in the west of the world و اینجا درسشون رو خوندن، بهتون میگن که تا همین 100 سال پیش توی دانشگاه‌های اروپایی نمیدونستن که مرکز فکر کردن سر انسانه. نقش مغز رو نمیدونستن. فکر میکردن که جایگاه تفکر قلب انسانه. حتی پزشک‌ها این کتاب 1100 سال خدمت داره. به شما راجع به مغز انسان میگه. خیلی متشکرم. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much and have a good night.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sam. It was great. Okay. We're going to have another live music, but this one is going to be more fun, not traditional. Again by Payvan. Payvan John, please. It's going to be a guitar play, actually. Payvan has a lot of albums and things, so playing a song from... Sorry, it's just a bit complicated. Before Payman starts, I was just going to add something. He has a debut album, and he's going to play a song now, and then I'm going to play one of the songs from his album, okay? So...
وقتی ستاره میشکفه تو دست سرخ پنجره، وقتی شب از حادثه بارون و بوسه میگذره، وقتی سکوت سایه ها آینه باینه میشکنه، وقتی که خورشید میره و دریا رو آتیش میزنه، فقط نگاه میکنم، فقط نگاه میکنم که یاد تو شب و خورشید و ماه میکنم، فقط نگاه میکنم، فقط نگاه میکنم.
thank you again. It would be my honor to introduce my new song. Actually, I put it in social media just 2 days ago, and it's fresh and new. And it's my honor to perform for you for first time. Its name is I Believe My Dream, and I believe that all of us can believe our dreams and get our goals in our life. Thank you.
رویامو باور میکنم تا تو رو باز داشته باشم خونه خوشبختی میشم هر جای دنیا که باشم رو میکنم فردامو با رنگ روزای آرزوم آینه خوشرنگی میشم وقتی نشست داشته باشم رویامو باور میکنم لحظه به لحظه روزامو بهتر و بهتر میکنم رویامو باور میکنم رویامو باور میکنم ساده میشم با یه نگاه تازه میشم مثل یه ماه مثل یه کوه پیدا میشم پشت همه پیچای راه دست میزنم قصه ها رو قصه ای تازه میسازم جا میکشم با خودم وقتی به تو میبازم با تو میخوام پر بکشم موج همه دریا باشم عاقبت آروم بگیرم تا تو رو باز داشته باشم
Thank you for listening to my song. And if anybody interested in to learn this kind of music that I played, I'll be there and I'll be with you. Thank you. Have a good night.
Okay, thank you so much, Bima John. I hope you have enjoyed the programs so far. You're getting closer to the final round, appreciation and door prizes. We had a lot of volunteers, a lot of supporters, a lot of businesses contributed. First of all, these volunteers, they put a lot of efforts into this event to make it fun. And I've got their picture here. Go to the... Yeah, so these people, they organized the exhibition, the performances, preparations. We had a little Telegram group. We were communicating through that, and it was a lot of work. And the door prizes. Can you please, can we have a round of applause for our volunteers? Just. Thank you so much, guys. And it's time for door prizes. We have 3 door prizes tonight, contributed by our great businesses who supported us, ITD College and Star Pro Photography. I just want to ask Mikhail actually to come here. I just need to know where the door prize is being kept actually. We have 2 different gifts. One of them is a gift card, $50. Another one is 2 photography gifts for $250 worth of photography. If you want to do it, go to Star Pro Studio and do it there with them. So just a second, I gotta get the door prize stuff from. Hi everybody. Well, she grabs the tickets. I'll just once again thank you all so much for being here this evening. And to our volunteers, this was a huge event to put on as a volunteer event, so it's very, very impressive. And we'll just wait for that to happen. Show of hands, who here has been to this library before? Okay, awesome. Who hasn't been? That's a better question. Who hasn't? You haven't been? You haven't been? Well, that's only like 2 out of 80 people, so that's pretty good actually. I think we've got them, oh yeah, okay, the box is on its way. All right, so. It's okay, it's okay. You have to rip it open? Here. Okay. We have a very strong host today. I don't know if anyone saw that. She just tore the box open. It was really impressive. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do you want? Okay. Okay. I'm pulling the first prize. This prize is for the gift card.
Thank you.
Okay, so the gift card from ITD College is going to number 846-1445. 846-1445, that's for you. All right, come on over and claim your prize from ITD. There we go. Can I just, okay. Yep, yes. Yes, that's you. All right, so that's for you. Congratulations. Okay, so next we've got photography here. Yeah, Star Pro Photography. The first gift worth of $250. And it goes to 846-1484. 846-1484. Anyone? Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Okay, you gotta claim it from that gentleman. Sorry. Okay, and the last one. Oops, drop this one here. Another one from Star Pro, 846-1434.
1, 4, 3, 4. Anyone? Oh, that lady. So that gentleman over there, but yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Thanks, Mikhail. I was just notified that there is a gentleman from John Horgan. John, are you here? John? He's going to have a very short speech from NDP group, actually. Is John here? No? Okay. All right, yeah. Okay, so with that, our event is almost finished, actually. I mean, the programs are finished. Ladies and gentlemen, we have food and pomegranate juices and refreshments at the back, provided to you by donation and also for sale. Donations will go to local community charities and also covering the expenses of the event for exhibition and the different parts. And we're going to have music too if you want to dance. It's not going to take that long. We have to finish this event by before 8:30 actually. We have to be out. So please help yourself with the back until I put up the music and we can all dance together. Okay, thank you so much and have a nice evening.